Welcome. In front of me is a REALME X3 SuperZoom, and today I'll show you how to use the screen recording option. Now to get started, simply pull down the notification panel and find the screen recorder toggle, which looks like it is right here. And before you tap on it, let's hold it, and this will take us to the settings where we can customize a couple settings associated with screen recording. So starting off at the very top, we have the sound, and you can choose where the sound is coming from or what is being recorded. Now when you choose both of them to record the sound of the device along with, for instance, your voice using the microphone, keep in mind that it will probably be best suited for use with headphones. Otherwise, for instance, whatever the phone will be giving to the speakers, the microphone will also be catching it up, and it will give this echoey sounding, so that will probably cause a little bit of a problem. So really advise to use headphones if you're planning to have both of them. Then below that we have the display, so here we have the resolutions. Now for some reason, if we go with the custom one, it gives us options on how we want to record, so we can change the bitrate and also the resolution. Now there's one thing that I find really odd in here, and that kind of doesn't fit, as if you go for the 1080 or any kind of resolution, I just advise you to go for 1080. The best one is the highest, probably will be the best one, and the video here isn't taking that much space anyway. So bitrate also max it out, I would say. As you can see, when you max out the bitrate, it also switches it out here. So the lower I go, the less space it's going to be taking, and the further you go, more bitrate or megabits per second will take more space. Now this is normal. The higher it is, also the clearer the image will look. Also, same thing applies to the resolution. But the weird thing is, right now I basically maxed out 1080p 16 megabits per second. It's apparently going to be taking 600 megabytes of storage for 5 minutes of footage, and I've tested it and it's fairly accurate, honestly. So that is what you should be expecting, give or take maybe like 20 megabytes. So just depending what you're recording, really. But what is weird is when you change the resolution, the size doesn't actually change, so it's always going to be recording 600. And if you're recording at 480p, the footage should be diminished in size significantly, and here it's still at 600. So not sure what kind of trickery they're doing here with the video resolution. So once you set it up all here, you can go back and figure out a couple additional things. So we have display orientation. This I would keep as it is. It will be then defined by how the device actually is oriented. But if you want to lock it in a specific position like landscape or portrait, then by all means you can set it up here. And then you have the front camera. This will allow you to also record for instance, yourself when you're recording also the screen, which you will see how that looks like in a second. It creates a circle on the screen which you can move around, which includes whatever the front camera sees. And record screen taps. This will add a little grayish dot on the screen wherever you were pressing your finger or dragging it. It will basically be recorded, so someone who is watching it can see where you were touching the display. From there, you can leave this option and simply tap on a toggle. Let's agree. Now it will ask for permission to a bunch of things. That's because it basically chose everything. So here it asks for like storages, access to cameras, microphones, and all that stuff. That's because everything will be used here, and it's grant access to everything. Then once you do, it will bring up this little window and give us a quick little guide on what we can find here. So let's just tap on it, and from here, as you can see, once the message is gone, you can simply tap on a circle. It gives us that it's recording at 60 Hertz. And there I am. As you can see, you can move this around if you want to, and whatever you will be doing is being recorded. And also, as you can see under my finger, there is this grayish circle. That is basically where I'm touching the display. So that is how you will be recorded, or record your screen. You can also pause it from here, as you can see, and this will pause while keeping everything open. So you can, for instance, move to another app, just do something like this, right? And from there we can resume the recording, and this will basically start off where we are right now on the display. And once you're done, simply tap on the red square and it finishes up the recording and saves it. So now once it's saved, you can find it in your photo gallery. So let's open that up, and I believe it's this thing. Yep, so you can see it right over here. And you will see it soon. Also, I'm gonna skip a little bit forward. So I believe this should be right about the part, yep, where it was paused and resumed. So as you can see, there's probably also a little bit of a jump. There we go. So yeah, so that is how you record your screen. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.